Oh, hey guys. So this video is going to be how I failed building a wedding arch again. Okay, I'm joking. So didn't fail this time. This time we had some lessons learned from the first time around. This is going to be part 2 of this series. If you didn't watch part 2 of how I failed at building the 2x4 wedding arch, the Hexagon wedding arch, I'll put a link right here for you. Now, this episode I'm going to spare you all the cutting because all the cutting and the angles are going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to get right into it and we'll get to the assembly part. So this time I'm using 4x4s, so I'm hoping it goes a little bit better. We'll see. Somehow I had to make sure my measurements were correct. And in a change from version 1, I used 4-inch wooden dowels to connect all 6 sides of the hexagon. This bandsaw is a time saver. After cutting the dowels, I took them over to my oscillating sander to remove material from the ends. This leaves room for the glue to fill it in and just for an all-around better fit. I also removed a little from the sides. I found the fit was a little too snug for my liking. Typically you would have used your planer earlier on in the build process, but I hadn't planned on using it until I noticed variations in the size of the 4x4s. So I figured, why not clean it up? I made a jig out of a scrap 2x4 and a piece of poplar so I could drill out all of my dowel holes and keep them nice and true. From here, it's just rinse and repeat. I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of it, but I'll show you if it works on the next one. Once I was happy with the fit, I glued 3 sections of the top together and 3 sections of the bottom. For added strength, I added a couple 3-inch screws to each joint and I filled the holes with dowels. Then I was left with 2 U-bolts. Just gonna let them dry. Oh yeah, and of course I forgot to cut the half laps before assembly. And before you blow me up in the comments, I know this wasn't the safest approach. Like John Malecki says, sometimes you have to get a little squirrely. I drew some lines on the 4-foot 4x4s that would turn into the legs, and I cut them out on my bandsaw. This blade was really struggling, but I got the job done. So I just reached a point where I was going to start sanding. Actually, I have started sanding it, and it's starting to look pretty good. I just have to say that if you guys seen the first video, this looks a whole heck of a lot better than the first video. The chunkier look, even without these being connected. I haven't even put these bolts in yet. I plan on putting these bolts in here, maybe epoxying a bolt in the bottom so you can just screw them from the top so you can take it apart and put it back together. It's already looking 10 times better than it looked when it was just 2x4s. It's so chunky, it's so sturdy, it's strong, the lines are nice. I mean, look for yourself. I mean, it looks way better. I can't wait to show you guys the finished product. I'm gonna keep sanding through the grits here. I actually started with 60 grit here just to try to get it a little bit more fine. And I'll work my way up to 220. I'll throw some stain on there, and then we'll be good to go. I brought my quality control officer outside to help me assemble it. And I was hoping for her stamp of approval. I'm just gonna put in this to finish, but it's already way more sturdy than it was. Once those are screwed in tight, and I put the bolts in both these pieces on the sides and then put it together. And I think I'll still put the brackets on after the fact. But I just wanted it up here so I could actually finish it. Does it look a little bit more sturdy?
Yeah.
Alright, finish the base so I can keep going. Hey guys, we made it through another one. But before I show you the end product, I want to remind you guys what it looked like the last time around. You know, the fail. Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. And if I've earned it, give me a like, tap that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted the next time I put out a video. I'm working on plans for this, and once they're available, I'll have them in this description below, as well as available on my website. Also below, I'll link all the tools I use in this project so you guys know exactly what I know. Until the next time, I'm Drew. This is Ready, Set, Build It. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new.